Good evening, folks. It is Monday night, and it's time for Behind the Code. Tonight, actually don't have any updates to do for NDCD because I actually took care of them already. They were two very quick, small updates. If you guys missed Grant Lankard's stream before ours tonight, uh, Beowulf Grendel's Curse #1 is now live on Kickstarter. So go to ndcd.org / about Grant Lankard, and you'll be able to find the link to his Kickstarter on there. The other one was for Kelly Austin with Atomic Series #1 being live and available on Amazon. The link is up on her profile, so that is there too. That is ndcd.org / about Kelly Austin. With that, we're going to. I'll wait until she's not paying attention again. Then I'll pop her up on screen.
I was paying attention.
Oh, we got Dawn with us as always tonight. Tonight's going to be a little bit different of a show. We're going to still get into the comments here, but I'm going to go over some of the code I've been working on. As I mentioned before, there are 2 new apps that I'm going to be creating for my day job. One is a mileage tracker app, the other is an HMA tracking app, which will be for tracking the tickets that come in with each load and also the tests that are ran each sublot. And hopefully be able to work in a random number generator to be able to figure out when to take the test and a whole bunch of other lovely stuff that is going to make me want to beat my head through the concrete blocks down here in the basement.
Don't do that. Nope.
But first, we have an NDCD update. Because I know you guys like seeing this little bar graph over here.
I do.
So it's actually been a decent week so far. 9 visitors, 10 views today, 2 for 2 yesterday, 4 and 8 day before that, 2 and 6 before that. So it hasn't been a bad week. In the last few weeks, week of January 13th was our best week, 13th to the 19th. 44 visitors with 177 views.
Wow.
And so far for the year, we are at 79 visitors with 270 views. So,
nice.
Yeah, so it's looking good so far.
We're growing.
We are.
We're organically growing. Okay, let all the people go green room.
And we're going to pull this up real quick. You know what? Also, before I forget, because rather than just having my voice prattling on, we do have the lovely music of Mr. Dan Hollifield. And we're going to play from his second helping album, which you can find on ndcd.org / about Dan Hollifield. And you'd think I would remember that's the third set down. Okay, let's see here. 1, a 2, a 3.
See, you still have problems counting too.
And well, I didn't have to count 4, so I'm good.
Oh, okay.
And we'll go with Set This Place on Fire, track number 13.
And if you want to, there is the link for Dan. I'm dropping it now.
Alrighty. All right. So the 2 things I have up here right now are kind of the phased releases I'm hoping to do with these 2 apps. The first one being the mileage tracking app. Phase 1 having the basic functionality of entering mileage into the app and having it stored locally. Phase 2 is going to add in an external database that everything will be saved to, and people will be able to sign up for an account so that it's stored in their own database. Phase 3 is to be able to export that monthly data to a PDF file that's accepted by NDOT, so that when we turn in our mileage to get reimbursed, they can just do it all in the app, export it, submit it, be done. Then phase 4 is to coordinate with our sister companies throughout DCCM and see if there's a specific format they need. I'm hoping to have everything done, including phase 4, by June of 2027. So that's 2.5 years, which I know sounds like a lot of time. But for a single person developing everything and testing everything, it's going to be a lot of work. The other app, the HMA Tracker app, I'm hoping to have its final release by June of 2027 also, because a lot of the functionality that's going to be in the mileage tracking app is going to be able to just kind of port over, more or less. There's going to be some differences. There's going to be some things that need to be added in that won't be part of the mileage tracking app, but for the most part, a lot of it will be similar code. So I'll be able to kind of steal from one to put into the other.
So they share. I mean, they're...
Yeah. Because it's still going to have the same base functionality of, enter in a ticket that gets added to a list, make it to where a database, can store the information. So that's all going to be about the same. The big part is going to be making user permissions where someone with a supervisor status could go in and enter the contract number with how many tons of asphalt were originally bid for that project, so that it can then go through and figure out all the random numbers for testing. That is going to be the part that I know is going to trip me up and will probably push back the June 2027 deadline. And it's not even really a deadline. My day job has not given me any kind of, hey, we want this by this time, because they know I'm just doing this whenever I can.
Mm-hmm. When people aren't harassing you about NDCV.
What's that?
When people aren't harassing you about NDCV.
Pretty much. But no, that's the game plan there. And actually, you know what? We'll get into that part here in a little bit. You want to start hitting up some comments here? See what we got going on?
Actually, can I show what I got in the mail?
Oh yeah, let's do this and move you here and bye.
Hi. So Matthew Crakey, who is a member of NDCV, he had a contest for sending out to send out and win and send out. Easy for me to say. A copy of the Night Slayers. Well, I happened to win, and I got it, and it's so exciting. So keep your eyes open of when that will be available. I believe it is. I'm gonna do this just. Oh, wait, there we go. Hit the wrong thing. Don't mind me. So I'm gonna play his ad real quick, and then I'm gonna follow it up with Beowulf, if that's cool.
Yep, go for it.
That way we get those two. Okay. And
Finally, it's time for the follow-up to the hit modern fantasy comic book, Beowulf. Victor, the reincarnation of the legendary warrior Beowulf, is plagued by visions of his ancestor facing off against his most infamous rivals, Grendel and Grendel's mother. Victor, with his lovable sidekick and spirit guide Moony the cat with magic powers, must reevaluate everything they've come to believe in this epic adventure. Were Grendel and Grendel's mother actually the monsters they were portrayed as in storybooks? Could somebody be using dark magic in an attempt to resurrect Grendel and his mother in a petty act of revenge? For the answers to these mysteries, plus plenty of action, humour and magic, check out Beowulf, Grendel's Curse. This is a 3-issue miniseries, with each issue being over 30 pages. Get it now, for a limited time, on KickStarter.
Alrighty.
exciting things happening.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I had to put some lotion on. my skin. It's dry in here.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
It is. Okay. I got the lotion on the skin. There's one reason I wanted to do the comic book, because I was like, I gotta put lotion on, but I don't want to lotion my hands and then touch the comic book.
That makes sense.
Okay. So, you said go ahead and introduce the...
Yeah, let's get into some of the comments here real quick.
Okay. And Donna's the first in tonight, chiming in at 40 minutes to. Trey's right behind her because Donna is winning left, right, and center. And there's greetings. And Dan's joining us. Hello. And more greetings. And Trey said, long time no see. Dan said, I just sent emails to the Night Watch series creators so that I could ask them for written permission to have my novel from their series published. Can't find the 2017 message that said I could. Ooh.
And Nick, if you're here in the stream, sorry, I just had to make this comment.
Well, sometimes premature streaming does happen. If your stream comes prematurely, that's okay.
Well, if it lasts for more than 4 hours, seek medical attention.
I think that Nick has had streams that have lasted longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, he has. Not, not because of my doing or anything. But anyway, looks like Dan says his editor wants it in writing.
Right for Nick's knees. Well, they're making things way too, well, you were part of it, but making things way too, like going off the rails that quick. I blame you guys. All of you. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at? Okay, there we go. Sorry, it scrolled. Fingers crossed for Dan and from Donna, and fingers crossed for you too, Joe. So cross the streams. Crossing the streams is bad. Dan said the Tom Darby prequel is with an editor now. After 6 years, these books may yet see the light of day. Oh, I'm hoping.
Awesome.
Good. Trey said, hopefully they get back to you soon, Dan. And he said, after. I got that. Trey said, and hopefully you're feeling better. Yes, because it seems like everybody down south, that cold snap and snow just did them in. Oofda. That's a Minnesota thing. Oofda. Carl is saying hello again, and Dan goes somewhat better. The coughing is less, no fever or chills last night, and I have eaten good, and good. Trey is greeting, and then there's more greetings, and greetings. And Carl said that Callie is getting his lap love now. But then we know that Callie is a cat. Carl said, if only his bed would quit moving. Trey said, Hobo continues to be a lap load. Loaf! So what happens when you have a premature stream? You get a lap load?
It is.
Okay. Okay, I know you meant loaf, but hey. You see, everybody else is laughing. And she is just going to show herself to the green room. We started in the green room. I think. Well, there is green behind us. And Carl said, I'm sure he's a load too. Trey goes, he's only 11-ish pounds now, but feels like 80 when he jumps from the windowsill to her rib cage. Ow.
Yeah.
Today, I brought my clothes, had him laying on the bed, would take a shower, come back in, and Georgette's laying on my clothes. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to move her. So I grab another set of clothes. And I put them kind of next to where the other set was, the original set was. She scooched over and was laying on the new set of clothes too. So she was laying on all of it. I'm like, okay, I got to see what else I have in my dresser. So this is what you guys get today. This is the third outfit. All because of Cat. Girls have 11 pounds per square inch of force. Yep. And Joey said, for as light as they seem to walk, there's a lot of pressure that comes from those little paws when they walk across. Yes, there is. They're pokey. They're little pokey.
Sometimes.
And I'm not talking the toes. I'm just little feet. And Carl goes, well, I guess it depends on how many feet he jumps with. And Dan's making us do physics and math and all that other crap tonight. It's timed acceleration. And Carl said, Dawn will have her work cut out for her tonight. Yep, because we're doing math. Thanks. Mm-hmm.
We're not going to read all the comments. We're going to kind of read some of them and then...
Okay.
Well, I don't plan on being here for 3 hours because I do have to work tomorrow. And since I don't have the normal, profiles to update or anything, which had I done those, I'd already be done with them at this point.
So I'm just going to flip through. We have to earn our shows anymore. We can't start the show early. We can't start around.
But, so one, I'm just going to kind of talk about one of the apps here. So this one is actually an expense tracker app, which is part of a tutorial that I'm working through learning the Flutter and Dart languages. And it's it's going to make it easier for creating these apps for Android and iPhone at the same time, because it'll actually do just that. It'll create both at the same time. And it's one other thing that's actually kind of neat with this programming language. Let me see if I can get it to work. See if it'll do it here. It's mad because I'm making it do it in a different thing that I normally have it load into.
Do you see what I'm doing on my end? I'm going through the comments and I'm not reading them, but I'm responding to them.
No, because I'm looking at my other screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
So...
Just do what you're doing. I'll just keep playing this, I don't know the game I'm playing.
There we go. So it actually creates it to where it'll even make it web-based out of the box. So I can actually, I could upload this to a page on IndieCD if I wanted to.
Okay.
And have it hosted there as a web-based app that people wouldn't have to download. So that's one of the reasons why I'm learning this language, is it just has so much more robust features. It just makes it so much easier to create something that you can make work with multiple devices and only have one set of code to update. Someone mark I'm here before the end of the Yes, Zach, you did make it before the end of the intro?
I want to say this, though. I messaged him the link during the intro. So I just question. Did you click on the link and go, shoot, I'm here? Or did you remember? What came first, chicken or the egg?
Zach, Taco Mom's calling you out.
Don't forget to like and share. Thank you, Donna.
Yes.
And then,
Anyways. Hi, Nick. Anyway, so there's always multiple parts to these apps. Ooh, good. 376 on Beowulf already. Awesome.
I'm doing a happy dance. I got it.
So there are multiple files to the app. The main.dart file, everything's a Dart file, because that's kind of the main language behind all this. Flutter is a secondary language to it that kind of plays off of Dart, but this is pretty much the only code you'll ever see in the main file, with the exception of adding in some of the other files that you've created or other packages that are pre-made for Flutter and Dart. The only other thing that I think gets added here, and this is something I don't think I'll cover in this particular app, but I know it's covered in others, and it's also something I will utilize later on, is the navigation. So if you have multiple screens that you need to get to. And then the expenses file is basically, this file is for adding in a new expense. That's, or I'm sorry, this isn't for adding in a new expense. This is what you guys actually saw up on screen when I loaded the web version. Let's see if I can get the simulator to play nice here. I cannot. Okay, let's try that again. iPhone.
Is charcoal okay? You said sneaky medicine. Carl said charcoal. Said that before you can pet me, let me snip your fingers for sneaky medicine. So.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh, hopefully it's okay. American or Canadian tons. So it's going to be American because we spell it without the extra N and E.
Hamburger cruiser, and there's the metric.
So is it black and black and white throughout that whole book?
Yeah, it's all black, white, gray.
Whew, that's a lot of black toner that got used. Oh, that poor machine.
I need to start.
Sorry, as someone who used to work in a copy center, that just kind of made me cringe.
Oh well.
All right, so the expenses.dart app, that is actually what you're seeing over here on the emulator. It'd be the main screen that has, there will be a chart there eventually, which is where, a little text box here, the chart. Haven't made it that far in the thing yet, but, and then it's got the two dummy pieces of expense that were pre-added in just to be able to make that show up. And then it's got the nice little plus button here to be able to add in more expenses. Now, right now the save expense button doesn't actually save it and add it to that list, but it'll go through and basically made it to where it will show that the button is working. There we go. So You can see after I'd hit the save button there, it actually printed in the debug console a few of the things that were selected, so we know that it's all working. Or at least it's grabbing that information. One of the next things I'm going to be doing in the tutorial is actually getting it to where once you hit save expense, it adds it into this lovely little list here. Now how that's going to tie in with the mileage tracker is I'm going to have it, show the list. The categories, of course, will be different. It's either going to be commute or non-commute miles. And then I want to have the ability to show when they're entering it, they'll put in, their project number here, and then you'll have you'll have a date field, 2 boxes that they can enter numbers into, one that will be labeled starting mileage, the other will be labeled ending mileage. And then, of course, the drop down of, is it going to be commute or non-commute miles? But what I want to be able to do is have it to where they can put their starting mileage in, hit save, so that it shows up on this list, and then they can click on that later at the end of the day, enter their ending mileage, resave it, and have it show the actual miles that were done that day. Then later on, this will actually not be the first screen. The first screen will be a login page that they'll be able to log in and see all their data that'll actually be on an external database. And then they'll have another button up here for export, and that will export the data into a PDF. So, but looking at some of the other things that make this work, so this page here, the new expense.dart, this is all the code that it's taken so far just to create this little pop-up down here. There?
I'm just going through comments. That's all I'm doing. And by the way, I can solve the message about his bio.
Okay, cool. And actually, Zach, if you can send that over before the end of the stream, I will update your bio on the stream. I just won't cross the stream.
All right. Ooh.
Hey, he's not wrong.
6+, I think consecutively, multi-shows. I used to often stream 8-10 pounds. Although my birthday one, that was what, 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah.
Last year. Oof. And then you did something that night, or I don't know. Anyway.
I thought your birthday was a Wednesday that day. I thought it was during his art stream.
That was before he started doing like the art stream, or he didn't do the art stream that day because it was my birthday.
Ah. Gotcha. So yeah, this lovely little page of code here is everything you see in this little box. It is a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff I'm not going to remember.
Stream.
So there won't be a 24-hour Indie CD stream. However, on my Joe Bachman YouTube channel, sometime next month, there will be probably a 30-hour plus stream.
Go see the doctor.
Right. I'm going to print off a about 6-inch tall BSR that Nick can use for a trophy for his tournament.
Ooh.
And I think when I go to do that one, I'm going to just have it as the regular camera and not, have the chat showing up on screen and the 2 little marquees and everything. Even though I should, because that'd be the best time to advertise for everything. But I want to, it's either that or I'm going to get another webcam, a secondary one to hook up, and somehow wrap its cord all the way over to this computer, so that I can record it and turn it into a time lapse. Because I think shrinking down a 30+ hour stream down to a 1-minute Facebook reel, besides the fact that my computer is going to cry because I'm going to have to load said file, which is going to make it cry to begin with, speed it up 100x, export it, reload the new file, speed that file up multiple. Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
It's going to be in chunks. That I have to speed it up. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting.
That sounds like it. But I think a 24-hour stream could be interesting. EDCD members come on and pop on, talk what they want to.
Yeah.
Not anytime this soon. Maybe this, once it's not dark at 2 o'clock in the afternoon yet. It's getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do a stream or something.
There we go. Subathon.
Yeah.
We could have rotating hosts. There we go. Let's get this going. Let's get this show on the road. And see, Thesis says he can pop on for a couple hours, and Zacky's loving the Taco Mom charades.
I'm gonna jump ahead here in the comments for just a second. Zach, either way, I think most people have done third person for their bios, but either one's fine.
Because it starts out, hi, my name is.
Yeah.
Or hi, I'm with, or whatever.
Yeah.
So. We finally figured it, Rich, that Behind the Code is just gone with the chat.
Yep, you don't need me. Bye.
My brain is half sleeping because I was going to have some fun with that. I just couldn't decide which direction I wanted to go. What kind of shenaniganery I wanted to do. So I was like, deer in headlights. Let's see here. Oh, Zach said that he had the notification on the phone. And I had the notification on my phone, and I clicked on her channel thumbnail when her message pooped up. Really, Zach? Really? Rich is questioning it too.
Yeah, I would question it too.
Oh. What is Grant's goal?
Hold on and I'll tell you. Because I don't remember. I didn't even look at the goal. I just went and backed it.
I mean, it's a talking cat.
His goal is $3,000.
3,000. Wow.
Yep. 3,042 days. He's already got 20 backers.
Nice. I will back it. I just always have to think and go, okay, what do I want? Do I want anything extra? Is there any add-ons that there's going to be? So.
Yeah.
That's what
I backed the digital release. The wife is backing the physical.
That's awesome.
All right. Going back into the code here a little bit while you flip through comments. And if there's a comment that pops up that needs to be read, just tell me to shut up and I will.
Well, then I'm like, Donna, I saw what you ordered from Color Street. Those were some of my favorites. They were gorgeous. Oh my God. I'm so glad you got them. If you have questions. Did you catch that? Ew.
You went so fast that your connection actually stuttered.
She picked out some of the coolest, the most gorgeous things. All the polished strips, some of them were so gorgeous and my favorites. So I'm excited.
Nice. So the expenses list here, this is actually, this little bit of code is what helps actually generate this also. It's weird.
Sounds like it. Oh, by the way, Carl just wanted to let us know that Charcoal has a UTI. She's on meds for it. She's doing much better.
Excellent. Okay, expense item. So this one, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I just created this file. What exactly was this one for? Expense amount. Oh, I remember what this was for.
I do have a funny story about that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I'll let you tell that in just a second. So this file here is actually the formatting, mostly, of this section. Or no, I'm sorry. This, okay. Nope, I remember now. This is for the main screen here. It shows the list. No, that can't be right. Oh, I had my two files mixed up. Oh no, that is right. Yeah, because that builds off of this. Okay. Yeah, so this this file is actually what builds the list here. Wow. You'd think I would
Didn't you? Wasn't there something about make sure you put your code what you're doing? Like,
yeah, this guy. So I love this. I love the guy who does this course, because he doesn't speak in just a monotone. Like, some of these guys are so dry that you couldn't make them wet if you threw them in a lake. That was such a green room comment. Anyway, but and some of them have such a thick foreign accent that you can't understand half of what they say, and they're monotone. So you're trying to decipher what they're saying while staying awake. This guy is Eastern European of some flavor. I don't know if he's Ukrainian or fairly certain he's not Russian, but just the way he pronounces certain things, like instead of saying var for variable, it's war a lot of times. Like, he'll try and say var, but it'll come out with his natural accent half the time. Kind of like Chekhov from Star Trek, looking for the nuclear vessels instead of nuclear vessels. So, but, yeah, I trying to listen to him and add, do the code along with it. It's just, for this, it's way too hard, especially since I'm kind of on not on a deadline. I'm on my own timeline, but I don't want to give myself the excuse to push back said timeline for anything that, I can control. If that makes sense.
That does, yes.
So, But anyway, go ahead.
When Ted worked at Office Depot many 20 plus years ago, there was somebody that came in and said they needed black and white ink. And it was literally just the black cartridge they needed, but they were mad because the package didn't come with the black and white ink. They also came in and asked for a refillable somebody else came in and asked for a refillable protractor.
Say that one again?
A refillable protractor.
Okay, I thought that's what you said. A refillable protractor.
Mm-hmm. He did figure that one out. They wanted a refillable compass. So it did make sense. That part makes sense, but not.
Yeah. Wow. Just slight headache just right behind this eye right now.
I think a little bit too.
Like that just gave me flashbacks to I had a lady come in. This was during back to school season, and she said we were. I think I told this story recently. We were false advertising because we had a listed in the sales ad was an electric pencil sharpener free after rebate. He came in all in a huff. Well, this isn't electric. You guys are false advertising. I looked at it. That's electric. But she was one of those that I'm like, you know what? If we have a cheap one, I'll just go back there, grab it, penny it out, be done with her. Cheapest actual like plug-in one we had was $43. Wasn't about to penny that out. This electric pencil sharpener was battery operated. What do batteries produce?
Electricity, power, etc., etc.
Yeah. So I explained to her, it's not false advertisement. It's battery operated. Batteries do produce electricity. Therefore, it is an electric pencil sharpener. I want to talk. You need to ask your manager about this. All right. Wander off to the back of the store where the manager was and receiving. And I'm just standing there, and Reggie looks at me. He's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Supposed to be here asking you a question. I already know what your answer is going to be, so I'm just killing time acting like I'm actually back here asking you." And he goes, "Well, just in case I do have to go up front, what's the question?" Said, "Lady claims we're false advertising. She wants a different pencil sharpener. Even though this one is battery operated and produces electricity." He goes, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Our cheapest one's like almost $50. I'm like, "Exactly. So that's why I'm back here." I said, "So what do I do?" He goes, "Well, just reiterate to her that batteries produce electricity, and that's what's on sale. So she can either return it or take it." All right. Go back up front. Explained it to her. She gets all pissy and, "Well, I'll just return it. I'll go to that store across town. What's the name of it again?" I said, "Oh, Office Max? Yeah, be sure to stop in and ask for their assistant manager, Lindsay. I went to school with her. I'm pretty sure she's going to tell you the same thing I just told you about batteries and electricity." And she storms out. And this little old lady that was standing in line behind her looks at me and goes, "Did she just return one of the pencil sharpeners that's in your ad that you're technically out of right now?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, Can I buy it then?" "Sure." I said, "You do know it's battery operated, right?" She goes, "Yeah, and batteries produce electricity. Even second graders know that." Oh, if I wouldn't get into trouble, I'd just zero this out for you right now and forego you having to do a rebate.
You know what? You remember the bad ones, but then you remember the good ones like that too. That make the bad ones go, they were an idiot. They help solidify it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, my favorite one though, we had a person with a vertical height challenge, we'll say, working in our copy center.
According to Trey.
Yeah.
Okay.
She actually carried a little stool around with her back in the copy center. She could run everything. She'd drive around on the electric lift in the store, which was funnier than hell because she'd have her feet on the two little actuators, her hands up on the bars, and she'd be looking down underneath the bars as she's driving because she wasn't tall enough to see over the top. Melissa, if by some chance you ever see this video, I miss working with you. You were awesome. But anyway, she's back there. She's behind a copier. Customer walks up. She asks for his name, for the order. He gives it. She hops down off her stool, grabs the order, grabs her stool, goes up to the register, rings him out, and he looks at her and goes, "You're short." And without missing a beat, she looks down. She goes, "Holy shit, when that happened?" I was over at the UPS counter trying not to die laughing as I'm trying to put in the information of this person's package that they're wanting to send out.
That is hilarious. Oh, that is good. The power thing, though. I got to do one more, and then we got to get to the. I worked at the call center, and I took phone calls on a specific brand of TV, and I had a guy call and say my TV's not powering up. It won't turn on. And I said, well, can you check and make sure the outlet's okay? Do you have anything else plugged into that outlet? Let's start at the very, Yeah. So he goes, and I hear, fumbling in the background, and I hear grumbling, and he comes back, he goes, it was plugged into a power strip. Power strip was off. I turned it on. Okay, cool. TV powers up. Then he goes, this remote's not working. And I'm like, well, sometimes the batteries that come with the remote, they're kind of a starter set of batteries. So if you have another set of AAA batteries that you can put in there. And he starts grumbling. I can hear fumbling and grumbling in the background. And, well, I didn't know you had to put batteries in here. So he puts the batteries in, and he gets the TV to power up, gets the remote working. And I said, well, is there anything else I can help you with today? He goes, I want to talk to your supervisor. I thought you were condescending. Let's just say that in my mind, actually I probably did, just because it was a call center, I probably did say hi to them like I say hi to Josh. And if you need to know what that means. So, yeah. Oh, let's see here. You better get back to working. We got...
Yep, so... And we can go a little bit over. I just didn't want to do like a, 3-hour stream.
3-hour stream. Zach said, I can't wait to make the expressions of Dawn tea for the Indie CD store after this stream. Oh.
All right. So this last file here is kind of just a setup file for the category icons, the categories themselves, and being able to do the date picker that you saw on there. It's basically just a format file. It groups everything together, gives it IDs, and makes it to where it'll, actually work. So right now I've got 6 files, and that's the other nice thing with Dart is it allows you to kind of chunk it out, so you're not looking at 80,000 rows of code for one page. But it's gonna make things nice. And if you guys have any questions on it, ask me. I will answer them the best of my ability, but I am still learning this. So
Nick was thinking 24-hour stream would be awesome. We could do a stream from NBCB.
Yeah.
.com.
I think. Let me look here. Oh.
There it is. What did I just not do? Apparently, I did not. Yeah. Oh God, they're gonna make Taco Mama quesadilla kid shirts. Hey, guess what I had this weekend on Sunday? I had a quesadilla. I mean, behind is even after Dawn.exe failed to load a second. I did because it was processing. Too many things to process. Foxy.exe is full of errors tonight.
Well, and with the paid version of StreamYard, there is no time limit. So.
You're welcome, Grant. Kitty.exe is just sitting there playing with a ball of string back and forth across the screen. This is what my kitty.exe does a lot.
Oh, this facepalm. Yeah.
Facepalm. Yep. And I'm sorry, Grant, I did not make it because we were running late for dinner, so I didn't get to see the show. But yes, you launched tonight. And Josh is back tonight. Hello, Bloodline Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Glad to see you come back. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, hello. So there's no Grant draws tonight after the show because they did it before the show. So we could have just made this the intermission.
The intermission.
Carl?
I think with that comment there, we're going to run a quick ad and let everybody's brains reset. And
Everybody
we'll be right back.
Reset their .exes right now.
Yep. We'll be back after this short message.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Did you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series? Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
And I lost my co-host. We're going to play one more ad real quick. Which one? Oh, this was the one I was going to do. All right, and we are back. And scroll up here. Nope, that's too far up. Trying to find, there it is. All right. And we got the link to Grant's Kickstarter right there. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go and check that out. I've backed it. Several other people have backed it. Why haven't you? There we go. Let's see here. We got Foxy saying, we did, Carl. I took a nap. Head pain did not ease. Oh no, as Carl said. Hopefully it's going to ease for you at some point. Donna's greeting Grant again. And Rich said probably Russian, Ukrainian, Polish, that general area for that pronunciation. Yeah. But like I said, he's probably one of the easier ones to actually understand, and it's nice. And Dan is face palming. Lady says, I'm usually pretty good at turning her husband off. I need help with that one. And Rich says, one of these days I need to work with you for putting chainmail on my profile. Yes. Yes, we do need to add that in. And I think Zach just sent me his... Come on, work with me here. There we go. Holy cannolis. Alright, let me copy this. We're going to do a quick update to Zach's page. And we're going to copy that. Go to indiecd.org. And we'll present this screen. And log in. And my co-host is back.
I have no clue what that was all about.
Yeah, you just, like, suddenly disappeared. Like, did your computer crash, or...
I'm thinking my internet took a hiccup.
Ah.
Because everything was, like, the computer was still going and everything. It just, everything hiccuped there for a second.
It just decided, no, I'm done.
Pretty much.
You have hit your limit. Have a nice day. So
Yes,
I know it
there.
probably made it to where some of your comments actually that last comment's probably still there for you.
I have it because the next one is refillable protractor.
Oh, Lord,
that's what I said. Well, they kind of all are, aren't they? Because you just put the... I have to admit, we were at Menards the other day looking at something, and I'm like, hey, look, it's a refillable protractor.
Good.
And right next he goes, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It was the refillable compass. And Ted just looked at me, gave me that side eye. Mm-hmm. So were they looking for leads or actual tiny pencils? Though I'd be an ass and have a bunch of magnetic letters and SWE, just hand them and ask for a refill.
So I had a friend of mine come in one time, and he asked, and it was one of my friends that is known to be a smartass at times.
You would have smartass friends? No.
Right? And he came up, I was working the customer service desk, and he's like, hey, where are your guys' peanuts at? Well, I thought he was being funny and meant, like, actual peanuts, because we did sell snacks. So I looked at him like, aisle 8, right hand side, midway down. Goes off to aisle 8. He comes back a few minutes later and he's like, yeah, so if I ever need a snack, I'm definitely coming back here, but where are you guys' packing peanuts at? I need to be able to ship something. Well, now I feel like a dick.
No, that was on him. Because it's not like you come in and say, I want edible peanuts, but you have packing peanuts. That's what they're called, is packing peanuts. Ugh. Ugh. And Zach loved just going back and playing the, yep, I'm going to talk to my manager thing at Apple. Sarah misses I so mess with the bad ones, hysterical shenanigans. And, okay, this is something that Carl and I have to write down. We need to, because they'll remind us in the green room. Ask me in the green room one of these days about when I worked at the call center doing surveys for the DOD.
Ooh.
There's that at a call center when someone was rude or just I would squirt a ton of orange gel in my mouth and they continue the call.
Nice.
So many stories I can't mention here. Yeah. And Grant's Kickstarter hit 500. Woohoo! So you are
excellent.
You are a sixth of the way there, right? No, wait.
Yeah, be 1/6.
Yeah, I was like, all of a sudden I forgot math. Trey said Melissa is awesome. And congrats to Grant. Sarah said she missed the greetings. It's been a very busy, long day. And guess what? The greetings were me playing charades. Because Joey wanted to actually do some coding.
Well, we'll talk about the coding at least. I didn't actually do any really, but...
Well... More congratulations. It's been a manic Monday, Sarah, yes. And I blame, and I love him, but I'm blaming Nick for everybody's Monday that went wonky. He was the first domino that fell. That's why. Actually, I think, well, the doorknob broke off the front door and Ted had to, yeah, it wasn't, the house didn't want him to go to work today.
I saw that. I saw him post about that on Facebook.
Now, mind you, we just put a new doorknob in the bedroom door because the bedroom didn't want to let me out last week. And that's what I said that in the chat for whatever show I was watching. I said we had to get a new bedroom doorknob, ... shush. I know
it puts the lotion on the skin.
Did already. Sarah zoned out. The moment I got back, deliberately zoned out. Well, see, this was what was okay. I do not know ASL. I do not know sign language at all. But I know how to make things. I know how to animate things. I never realized how animated my face was until I started doing these stupid shows. I mean, these great shows.
I'm sure you can animate a lot of things, Dawn. Especially with some of the people in our chat.
Oh, Lord. We used to go through that subroutines joke. Go sub 410.
Yep. Oddly enough, I actually understand that, but...
Ted Burrito Dad? No, he's Tamale Ted. Taco Mom, Tamale Ted, and Quesadilla Kid. What are you guys going to name Georgette and Buddy next? There you go, Trey.
They're the taco kids.
I'm the Taco Mom.
Great.
Oh, okay. They're the Tater Tots.
They're the taco kids, because, what's OCAT backwards?
Okay. So going to turn us all off and on again. I just hope we all are plugged into the same power strip. Well, that guy didn't know to turn his on. The Mobius power strip that is plugged into itself. Where's the battery? And I don't know. Oh, that's when you played the ad. So this is when I fell off because it was right during the ad that all of a sudden everything's. I'm like, oh, hey.
I think your internet's getting ready to take a dive again because you didn't robot too much there, but your video kind of stuttered.
Our internet has had Nick. It's our internet has been chatting with Nick way too much. Did you already do that?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I was updating when you.
That's what I thought. But I wanted to make sure I didn't want to just skip over it. And apparently I missed Nick's ad.
You did.
Okay. Because
I could play it again.
that's even funnier is that the ouch was the fact that I got knocked off the internet. Had nothing to do with Nick's ad, but it was perfect timing. Oh, you can't. Some of this stuff, some of the shit you just can't make up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't write a script for these shows.
Thou shalt do that's not a dance, that's a seizure.
Yeah.
Sarah goes, do you see how people mispronounce mispronunciation? My mom does the same thing. None of us are really great at talking about ourselves, Zach. That is something the imposter syndrome does.
Mm-hmm.
So you just go, I need somebody to talk me up, and this group of people will be like, well, this. So you're around good people. So, what do you need us to talk about, Zach? The fact that you just killed me with AI earlier, and now my camera just went fuzzy on its own.
Oh, it's been fuzzy for like the last 2 minutes.
Well, it shows you how much I look at myself.
There it goes.
Okay. I'm publishing my book. It's my bio on Indie CD. I'll make a better, shorter one later. Okay. All phones and computers went down while at my doctor's big bill. Ouch.
Oh.
Mark Twain once said, this letter is so long because I didn't have time to write it shorter. And Zach broke you.
Yeah, when I first looked at when he's like, sent the bio over to Facebook because it popped up on my screen. I'm like, oh, okay. I pulled up. And of course, Messenger's this little box in the bottom corner. I just went, huh.
The first paragraph also works by self. And Rich said, to be fair, Joe, we are dicks. No, you're the dick.
Oh, no, I am too.
Well, no, Rich is the dick.
Well, yeah, Rich is.
Oh, he's the dick. The rest of us are just dicks, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Even us ladies sometimes. There was an attorney that was pissed off at the answer I gave, so he decided to come up to the help desk and try to intimidate me. He was standing over me, screaming down until I stood up, and up, and up, and towered over him by over a foot. I really didn't mean to make that girl cry that ran in the bathroom. All I did was stand up. Right hand. I mean, I swear, I was not doing anything, but I smoked at the time and was getting the lighter out of my pocket. The fact that she was only 5 foot nothing and I was wearing boots that made me over 6 feet tall was not my fault. So many response. Oh, wait, the kids are nachos. I forgot I was wearing a mask when I was making faces at a coworker and all they saw was me staring at them.
Baseball.
Rich said, you know what, Dawn? You're doing such a great job. Joe's going to have to double your pay.
I mean, technically I could.
Yeah. No comment. Fox said, nachos, LOL. That works because they're orange. The cats can be nacho and nacho. Because most cats are like, no, I'm nacho cat, a hand me fiend.
This is true.
Oh, so that's Buddy.
Is very
so
true.
That's not so much, but Betty is Betty. Buddy is like, needs Starlink. Too pricey. We can write scripts for them. Nobody would follow them. Nope.
This is true.
I'm sure you could write scripts. Whether or not we will stick with the scripts is a whole other story. And Zach said that I survived church camp. That's yours. Ad-libs galore. I can talk about myself. No imposter syndrome here. True.
Sounds like she'd be a good candidate for Indie CD 411 then.
Rich said, no weird dicks, but I am also Dick.
Yeah,
Double dick.
you might be able to set up a Indie CD 411, maybe next week, and
sorry,
Yeah.
got pushed. I was trying to put my face palming cat back, and something got pushed underneath it. I was getting it out.
yeah, you could do an Indie CD 411 with Donna next Monday if you're both available.
I was gonna say I don't even know what the calendar looks like next week. Yes, anybody who wants to do that.
It looks like something with 7 boxes. It'll have little numbers in it for each day, and it might, depending on the calendar, actually say.
The sad part is my eye really did itch. As I was reaching up, I was like, no. Foxy needs to be on the show first, and please don't get it out on YouTube. Hush, kitty, I'm in no rush. Looks like February on the top, and calendar is the thing. Joe, get out of my head. It's this thing. Oh, by the way, that little motorcycle rev started when you were saying something, and it was kind of funny, the timing.
Nice.
I ought to do Grant with his Kickstarter, but that's not important. Anybody who wants to do it, I'm gonna say it this way. I'm never gonna chase somebody to be on 411. If you have something you want to promote, I will. Anybody, especially anybody in this chat, is absolutely welcome to do it anytime. It's more of just a promotion show. If you don't have something to promote or have something that you can share of what you do for your promotions, so. And Rich said that the sirens went off when the DOD was mentioned earlier. Timing. Yes. Donna said I'm always available, but I'm not going to push myself.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna push people. I just want people to know what's available. The only time I might push is coming up here the end of February. The end of February. I said push and your eyes got big.
No, I had an eyelash that was trying to not do its job and actually go into my eye.
So the only time I'll probably push for anybody is probably towards the end of February for indiecd.con, just because I'm involved with that. The traveling table will be there. If you can't make it to the show, let me know. It's either $5 or $10, depending on if I've represented you before or not. I have fun doing the traveling table. So,
well, I'm going to play a couple ads, and then we'll read the last of the comments and wrap this up for the night.
Isn't that the last comment there?
Yeah, but I figure I'll run a couple more ads first.
Okay.
And just because I haven't ran this one in a while, and it's outdated, I need to get a new one from them, but you can still find them on YouTube.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
And we're going to play this next ad because next month will be the 28th year.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphellion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
All right. So get through these last few comments and we'll wrap this up.
No. I'm not reading that one. You read that one.
Rich says, I'll push Donna. Of course, I'll be wearing a Joe Dog mask and be on my knees and slouch and pretend I'm wearing platforms.
Thank you.
And it is fabulous. It really is. You do a great job setting that up every time.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And Sarah's telling us to have a good night. And we need to record Dawn's patter for a video post here. My patter.
I'm just as confused as you are on that one.
I'm going to talk about like the pitch.
That could be.
Grant said, good night, guys. Thanks for the support. I will be backing Beowulf. I just have to look at it. I mean, actually look at it and see what's all there. Where am I at? Yeah. And there's nights and nights and nights. And Foxy's going to find something smallish to eat after she ate her apple. Oh, Lord. I love that we've corrupted Zach. I am so proud of us. And you know, Zach, now that you are a member of NDCD, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Cargos, your description of all the folks on your table.
There we go. Yep. Yeah. All right. So with that, folks, we will be back Wednesday night with The Burning is Yarn. And I'm going to be doing something new.
I hope you guys got that because that was a happy... Okay, wait. For the next comment. Remember, you only have 2 feet to work with.
Well, 2 feet wide.
Unless you want to buy a bigger space.
And I'm just going to put this up here now. It's not always about the length or the girth. Anyway. And now that we've broken Dawn, we'll see you back here Wednesday night, folks. Have a great evening.